Hello everyone, this is Jake from Down the Weeble Hole, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. Ever since I watched the phenomenal Nisekoi last year, I've been trying to find another series to scratch my rom-com itch. I was hoping that this season's Rent-a-Girlfriend would solve this issue, since many of my friends seemed like they were enjoying the series. So I gave it a try and I got maybe 3 minutes into the anime before I wanted to shut it off. The amount of times I cringed while watching this anime was incalculable. I've never been so offended while watching an anime. My first major issue begins with the premise. A series that is all about renting girlfriends just sounds horrible to me. If we look back at my Are Waifus Problematic video, I discuss how men paying for female attention is causing problems, and I feel like this anime is a perfect demonstration on why you shouldn't be throwing your money away on these sorts of women. The anime follows Kinoshita Kazuha, a 20-year-old student who has just been dumped by his 1-month girlfriend. Down in the dumps, Kazuya decides the best course of action is to rent a girlfriend, to get his mind off his ex. He has a wonderful date with Chizuru Mizuhara, but becomes angry when he realizes that the date was completely fake. He decides to rent Mizuhara a second time in order to give her a piece of his mind. But while on their second date, Kazuya learns that his grandmother is in the hospital, and he stupidly brings Mizuhara along with him to meet his family. Kazuya's family all believe that Mizuhara is Kazuya's actual girlfriend, and Kazuya's grandmother falls for Mizuhara instantly. Turns out Kazuya has never been popular with the ladies, so his grandmother is over the moon that he has finally got a beautiful and sweet girlfriend. To make things even more complicated, Mizuhara's grandmother is also at the same hospital and is also friends with Kazuya's grandmother. She sees Kazuya and Mizuhara together, and now she also believes the two of them are dating. Kazuya doesn't want to let down his grandmother, so he decides the best plan is to rent Mizuhara until he gets a real girlfriend. Mizuhara agrees, since she doesn't want her grandmother finding out she's a rental girlfriend. I find the whole idea of not wanting to disappoint their grandmothers is such a weak plot device to keep Mizuhara and Kazuya together. It makes the two of them liars from the get-go, and makes them both very unlikable. The whole series could have been over in seconds if they just told the truth, but instead they keep the secret just so the plot can exist. The plot feels forced, and it just made the series unenjoyable to watch. I kept getting angry that they would rather do whatever they could to keep their fake relationship a secret instead of just coming clean. The extremes they would go to just felt so nonsensical. If they were high school students, I would be more forgiving, but these are college students. How pathetic do you have to be that you can't even tell your own grandmother the truth? Well, let me tell you. Kazuya might be the most pathetic protagonist in any anime I've seen. I hate this guy so much. I think he spends 90% of the anime saying how much he doesn't deserve any of the women he talks with, and it's just so embarrassing to watch. He lies to his family and friends, which just shows how little respect he has for them. And the anime tries its hardest to make you think Kazuya is a good guy, as seen with him saving Mizuhara from drowning, and the way his best friend talks about him. But by this point in the anime, he had already annoyed me so much with his constant self-doubt. The anime wants to display Kazuya as both a romantic and a pervert, and although these two things can work together, it just feels disingenuous in this series. There's one scene where Kazuya is slapping his salami stick to Mami-chan, and images of Mizuhara are flashing in his mind. This scene is supposed to demonstrate that he's realizing his feelings for Mizuhara, but instead it comes off as him experiencing feelings of lust for her. It's the most unromantic scene I've seen in a rom-com, and makes the relationship feel like one fueled by lust more than love, which just made me not care for their relationship at all. Mizuhara is also a character I dislike. Not only does she take advantage of lonely men, but she is ashamed of it too. Her refusal to tell her grandmother about her work just shows how embarrassed she is about it, and I can't respect a character like that. But what really made me dislike her is when she told Kazuya that she can be there for him when he feels depressed, but he'll have to pay money for her company. How am I supposed to like this relationship when it can only exist if Kazuya can pay for it? Even after Kazuya saves her from drowning, Mizuhara still makes him pay for their fake dates. The guy risked his life to save you, and you're still gonna charge him? What's wrong with this girl? I don't think she has to be with him, but she could at least treat him more like a human being than a client. Their whole relationship just makes me want to vomit. Kazuya only loves Mizuhara because of the fake girlfriend role she plays. She's everything an amazing girlfriend should be like, but that doesn't reflect her real personality at all. The way Kazuya calls Mizuhara the perfect girlfriend is so pathetic. Of course she's going to be the perfect girlfriend. That's her job. This whole rental girlfriend system is so troublesome, as all it does is create a fantasy for men to get entrapped in. A real relationship has its highs and lows. Your partner will not always be the way you want them to be, and rental girlfriends create false relationships that men think are real. So instead of accepting a genuine relationship and working on something real and difficult, men will choose to have the perfect relationship that they'll just need to pay for. And why the hell would you want to pay to just talk to a girl? Not to mention that you also need to pay for all their date expenses along with the rental fee. It sounds like the worst deal ever. Why don't you just rent a suck you girl instead? You'd get a lot more bang for your buck. One of the worst scenes in the series has Kazuya's friend going on a date with Mizuhara after his friend got rejected by another rental girlfriend. Luckily, it's thanks to Mizuhara for being such an amazing girlfriend that his friend realizes that having a girlfriend is wonderful, and now he will continue his quest to find a real girlfriend. What? Wouldn't you be even more depressed knowing that you aren't with an amazing girl like Mizuhara, and now you have this unrealistic expectation of how girlfriends actually are? Mizuhara is only an amazing girlfriend because it's her job. The only good thing about this series is the other main girls. Mami is a psychotic ex-girlfriend, and it's fun to watch her try to destroy Kazuya and Mizuhara's relationship. Sumi is cute. That's it. And we also have Ruka, who is another rental girlfriend. This is going to be a spoiler, but I need to talk about this atrocity. After Kazuya saves Ruka from falling down a flight of stairs, she decides she wants to date him. Kazuya agrees to let her be his trial girlfriend, so she doesn't tell everyone that his and Mizuhara's relationship is fake. This is exactly what Kazuya needs in order to break up with Mizuhara and show his grandmother that he has a real girlfriend. But instead, Kazuya treats Ruka like she's irrelevant, and it makes me upset. There's this cute girl who actually likes you, and you'd rather pay for a fake girlfriend? I understand Kazuya likes Mizuhara, but if I was in his position, I would rather dedicate my time and effort to the girl who makes her feelings for me known. It feels like Kazuya is just putting Mizuhara on a pedestal and is ignoring what could possibly be a wonderful relationship. As you can see, I really hate the characters in the plot for this anime, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a fun time watching it. I loved watching every episode and feeling every ounce of my body cringe from Kazuya's exploits. His worst offense is when he stalked Mizuhara when he thought she was on a real date. It was so pathetic, and the ending of that episode was so unrealistic. Mizuhara should have called the cops. Besides the characters in the plot, the animation is pretty much on par with other rom-coms, and the girls are all well designed. They're very shiny and glossy. There's some decent fan service as well, which is always enjoyable in a rom-com. I think my favorite thing about this anime is the opening by the Peggies. The major reason I decided to watch Rent-a-Girlfriend was because of its opening. I was hoping Rent-a-Girlfriend would surprise me and change my perspective on renting girlfriends, but it just furthered my absolute disdain for the concept. I recommend this series to anyone who is thinking renting a girlfriend is a good idea. It's a good warning for those who are feeling lonely. I give Rent-a-Girlfriend a I would rather watch Overlord out of 10. Thanks for watching my review, everyone. As always, please subscribe if you haven't already, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're feeling lonely, why don't you join our Discord? I'm always down to chat. Take care, everyone.